Hello followers and welcome back to MrMFretwell Plays Minecraft. And I think I have some questions to answer, don't I? I'm sure you're asking why there was not a world download last episode when I said that there was gonna be. Well, I encountered some problems, and funny story actually, I wrapped up this area right here, the cow farm that we were working on last episode. And I've been breeding my cows up, everything's normal here. Finished this room off, looks very nice. But I came and logged in, and a chunk got overwritten. It got corrupted and overwritten. And have a guess which chunk got overwritten. It just had to be the one, didn't it, that the storage room was in. All of this, as you can see right here, I've repaired it now, but all of this was just a solid piece of rock. And I've got a picture, a screenshot which I took, which is going to be overlaid onto the video now, so you can see what happened. So I took a pretty hard hit, and while I didn't lose anything majorly valuable, mainly it was a lot of this stuff. It stopped right here. This is the start of another chunk right here where the netherrack is. So all of this stuff was preserved. My brewing stuff, all of this stuff kind of got saved. But what got erased was all of this. And I haven't been able to figure out what caused that, but I have seen it happen to other people, and it's since happened to me again in a separate world, but thankfully that was not as important. The biggest loss for me, ironically, was all of my cobblestone. I had a ton of cobblestone in here and it all got wiped, which is a big pain because the mega build I have for this particular base needs an awful lot of cobble. So that kind of it took a huge dent into my plans of what I was actually going to be doing, but we could survive. We've been through worse things, so I'm glad it didn't hit the furnace room, because if it had hit that, then we could have been in some pretty major trouble. And me being me, I didn't make a backup. I've learnt my lesson. I am now going to be making regular backups. Got a bunch of dirt that I didn't have. I have been working in my branch mine, so basically, when this got erased, I knew I needed more cobble for this mega build, which is what I've been doing off camera. It's been about maybe 3 or 4 days since my last episode, and I've been spending most of my spare time in the branch mine doing mining, and it kind of occurred to me, well, if I have no cobble, I could build a cobblestone generator, but wouldn't it make more sense to work in the branch mine and have the possibility to get more ores at the same time? Unfortunately, I have lost a lot of stuff. I lost all my saddles, horse armor. The horse itself has actually disappeared, which I'm kind of a bit disappointed about. I think there will still be another one over at the horse hut. But the biggest blow of items, certainly, that I lost was all of my ender pearls and eyes of ender, which is a huge pain, because if I wanted to go and find a stronghold, that puts a huge dent in those plans. So anyway, I was doing my branch mining to get my cobblestone, and I've began to start and get a decent supply back. It's hard to tell how much I'm exactly going to need until I start the mega build, which is going to be above ground where all the farms and stuff is now, but I need that stuff out of the way first before I can start building it, which is kind of what we've been working towards, adding all the farms underground and stuff. So my efforts weren't completely unpaid though. I have ended up with this amount of coal, that amount of iron, a ton of gold. Not too bad in redstone. Was hoping for more redstone. Lots of lapis. A ton of diamond. A fair amount of emeralds. Maybe wish more, and obviously quartz is in the nether. So this is obviously the biggest coup. I had a ton of diamonds. I mined the ore with silk touch, and then broke it down with my fortune pickaxe, which I actually repaired. That was getting pretty low. I repaired and renamed it. I went AFK at the zombie grinder for a little while to build up those levels. But man, is that kind of worth it. That kind of makes up for the total mess, having this many diamonds now. That's 2 full stacks and then another 3/4 of a stack. If I hit another vein, I will probably have over 3 stacks of diamonds. So I've also repaired my worker pick again. Not repaired this. Fairblade is beginning to run pretty low. But what I've learnt is if I take a strength potion and use Fairblade, I actually can one-hit pretty much every mob with the exception of Enderman in the overworld. I can one-hit zombies, creepers, skeletons, and spiders. So I will definitely want to repair this because it doesn't have a very, very high enchant on it. And strength potions are far easier to make than trying to get really good enchanted gear. So this is something which I'm really happy about. I know strength got buffed in 1.6, which is what's making me be able to one-hit mobs. So we will want to repair this when it gets a bit further down. Tip-top shooters, looking a bit worse for wear. We can hopefully repair that. Worker's obviously gone through another cycle. Beaver hasn't been repaired, neither has Earth Destroyer. This guy really could do with a rename, but we can get around to that eventually. So that was kind of the story and as to why I didn't offer the world download. But there will be one going out post this episode, I can assure you. I will release one after this episode because we've done quite a lot in this base now. And also another map render will be going out because the last one we did was episode 25. And I believe if my scheduling is correct, we are now on episode 40. So that is 15 episodes later. Which has kind of been what I've been offering up to this point. I also lost all my music discs, but it's not too bad because I only had Cat and 13 and the jukebox didn't get erased, so that wasn't the end of the world. In other news though, I have been breeding my cows up and harvesting my wheat farm fairly actively, which has been pretty good. It's almost ready for another harvest. We'll probably get a chance to do that fairly soon. So that's kind of the story behind that. So what are we going to be doing in today's episode? Well, we're going to be finishing off a couple of projects down here. That we started them, the cactus, pumpkin and melon farms, but they are missing storage rooms. We need to add small little convenient storage rooms into both of these farms so that I can actually move that chest from up there. Now, in addition to that, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about what I am planning with this mega build, and I'm not going to give it away yet, but I do want to kind of explain how the next couple of episodes are going to roll, and you may well end up seeing the finished product before this episode goes live. That's just due to the way uploads are going and stuff, because I am now getting into streaming, and I might stream some of my, in inverted commas, busy work for this world. So stuff like mining, caving, and that kind of thing. Little bits and pieces like that, cleaning up things. I will probably start streaming that a bit more. There will be a link down below to my Twitch TV page, which is just MrMFretwell like normal. Anybody lurking? Doesn't look like it. So you may end up seeing the mega build sort of before the episode goes live. Unfortunately, that's just the way things have happened to roll. So now this area, as you can see, everything that we've done so far I've taken out. I need to fill in this, but we can do that at any time, really. I'll probably do that off camera. I need to move the carrots, the pigs, the sheep, and the chickens. Now, the pigs and the chickens are the priorities. Sheep, not so much, because I don't have such a demand for wool as I do pork, or eggs, and feathers, and that kind of stuff that chickens drop, because that is all extra meat for me. Potatoes and carrots we're going to be looking at next episode. I'm going to try and get those into a similar farm design to what we did for the wheat farm. I have a ton of nether wart, so I'm not too worried about nether wart running out, because I haven't got a brewing room yet. So I'm not brewing a lot of potions, and what potions I am brewing, I have plenty of nether wart even right now to not be too worried about what's going on. Now, this is the first time I have really been on, I wouldn't say a deadline because I'm not 100% sure yet, but there is going to be some things going on, and I'm not going to give too much details away, but it does require this mega build to have at least been somewhat started. So if the worst is to happen, I may end up moving some things anyway, and I have a cow farm, so I can live off steak for a while, and we would have to come back to these things, but the problem is I have so many animals here, I don't want to waste them, if that makes sense. Now with the chickens it's not so bad because I have a ton of eggs, so they're probably going to get killed off anyway, so it's not the end of the world. But for pigs, well, I have 2 pigs around, that's the thing. The pig farm again is another priority. We'll probably do that straight after the carrot and potato farm so that I can get pigs underground, and then that's those out of the way. Then all we've got to do is really chickens. The sheep I can do at any time after, really, because they're not as big a priority, if that makes sense. So that is kind of the plan that I need to kind of move forward with for the time being, and I need to get this stuff done fairly quickly, but I don't want to make a hash job of it. I want to do it properly. But the problem, obviously, has been this huge dent with the storage room, because that's not helped me a great deal in trying to move forward. But we just have to take these things on the chin and keep on soldiering forward. So now let's get into today's actual episode, which is going to be to get these storage rooms built. So I'm going to need some wood for this, and I may need some other different materials. I guess the first thing that we really need to do is build this one. Now this one is quite fortunate in a sense that I already have this thing right here. Now, do I want to put a step? I don't really want to put a step there. It doesn't really match the theme of the room that we've got going on. So we kind of want to hide that. And I can't hide it really any other way, unfortunately. Although maybe could I do potentially... Let me see. I might be able to do this. Can I do that, and will that power that? Yes. Nice. So I can get rid of that and just kind of fill this in. And I'm going to have my doorway right here, so potentially we're going to need to fill that in to make the door look okay. I'm going to need my plank there, and in fact, yeah, we're going to do this so that the room matches, and we're going to have a wooden floor so that it matches kind of the rest of the farm. Now this storage room doesn't have to be massive by any stretch of the imagination. It just has to function, which is the kind of the key element here. So I want to kind of break this open a little bit, because there is a few things we need in here. We need a crafting table. We don't cook any melons or pumpkins for anything, so we don't need any furnaces in here. We just need to kind of get the chests in. Now I'm thinking that if I put this wall right here, then I can just put my chests in either side and then a wooden beam through the middle, like so. Let's just give that a quick test, like that, and then I have enough room for what, 3 double chests? That is plenty of room. I would not need more room than that. Now, do I want to stick with this type of wood? Do I want to use a different type of wood? Do I want to use an oak wood beam? I think I would like to use an oak wood beam for this particular design. And then I've only got the walls really left to cater for, which I could kind of... I can't really do too much with it, but I could do something with it. Because this wall is more than 1 block thick, so I could potentially put some stone bricks in here. I don't really want to use wood again, to be honest, because I have all wood out here. I'm leaning towards maybe stone bricks or smooth stone, something along those lines for the walls and for the ceiling. So I don't have any stone bricks on me right now, but I do know that I want to make this into a log beam, so we've got plenty of logs, and I'm going to need some for chests anyway. So let's go grab some from our, I guess, new and improved storage room. I wouldn't say so much improved, but new. So let me see, we want some of those. That should cover me for both storage rooms. So this is a project that has kind of been on my list, and I've been monitoring it, and in fact, Save some wood by taking this crafting table. Do I even need to craft anything? That's the thing. Do I craft anything out of these? Glistering melons, I guess. If I brought gold down here, potentially. Although I would be more inclined to take melons up there. And we have pumpkins, and you can craft pumpkin pie with those, and jack-o'-lanterns. Yeah, we do need a crafting table in case I decide to make jack-o'-lanterns. So that was the right move. So we kind of, I want to do that. That to me appeals more. So now what I want to know is this, perfect. I could put my crafting table in here and then have my stone bricks there, so I've got kind of like this inset crafting table. I really like that look. I don't know why, but it just really appeals to me. So now we've got this, which before I put the chests in, I could really do with some stone bricks. So why don't we get those cooking now, and then we can collect those later. How many are we going to need for in here? Maybe 2 stacks? Possibly. We will probably need no more than that, I don't think. So, do I have much cobble on me? There's nothing in there, really. So, let's grab whatever cobblestone I have. This is also something I have to wash. I don't want to deplete my cobblestone too much. Equally, though, this mega project is going to be built over a period of episodes, so between those episodes, I could spend some time branch mining. Oh, hello. Did I leave any more in here? Nope. So we've got more iron. Lovely. I have been caving a couple of times as well, in caves near the lower reaches of the map, so I have picked up some exposed diamonds that way and a ton of iron. That's been my main way of getting iron. If you want iron, I would recommend caving. Diamonds, I would recommend, and lapis, and gold especially, branch mining is the way to go. Redstone is kind of, you can get the same amount, I think, either way. And coal, well, coal's just found everywhere, so I have been picking it up because you never know, it could come in handy. And I have been breaking it down with fortune because I don't have actually that much coal left. It's always good to have a handy supply of the stuff because you never know when you're going to need it. So it's always something to bear in mind. So now, while we wait for those stone bricks to cook up, why don't we start work on the cactus storage room. Now, I don't craft anything with cactus. The only things you can make are the green dye with it. So that would technically mean that we would probably need a furnace in here, actually. Now, how far do I have to go with this? Not very much room at all. Plus, we have this thing here, so I'm thinking that that's not the best place to build an access door. We have this bit of room right here that I've not touched, but I do believe... Oh, we have a little bit of room. We don't have much, but we have a little bit. And I've not even started to explore this ravine, and I can just see ores littered through it, iron and gold and coal. There's tons of stuff here to check out. I wonder just how much room I'm actually going to have, though, to kind of build into this, really. We kind of need an access door. Let's just play around with them for a minute and see what we can come up with. Definitely want the room to be at least 3 high. Being as we do have furnaces in here, I may go with the crafting table as well, just for convenience, really. So we've got the door here. We're going to need a crafting table and a furnace, so I'm thinking those should go on this particular wall right here, and then again we'll have one of those beams in the middle to kind of keep with the theme of the room. So here would be where the chests will go. Just going to block that off. So there's where the first row of chests is going to go. This is where the beam is going to be. And then we want our other row of chests to be right there, is what I'm thinking. So now we're just left with the crafting table to come up with, which I'm thinking I want to stick kind of there. I just don't know why, but it seems that that's the most appropriate place for it. And then let's just fill this in. This shovel is so powerful. I love it though, really do. Let's make 2 furnaces. Wait, I can just do this now with the new inventory mechanics. So let's put 2 furnaces in here, and all of this is going to be stone bricks too. It's not going to remain this way all chopped in everywhere, but I am going to need some smooth stone for there. But yeah, I don't think that looks too bad overall. I think it kind of matches what I'm going for. We don't have much room here for lighting, so I'm thinking that the lighting's probably going to go in the ceiling. We only really need 1 lamp in here, like right here, and we should be good to go. That's the only thing that we've not really figured out yet, is what I want to do with lighting. But that kind of just comes in time. So at this point, I'm looking for whatever glowstone I've got spare, and I know I have plenty of redstone. See if we can make up some lamps, is what I'm trying to really go for right now. So let's see, do I have any glowstone left? Ooh, I only have 2. Eek, that's not a lot. I'm going to have to head back to the nether at some point soon and pick up some more. How's this doing? Okay, not great. So we can only make 2 redstone lamps. It may be that I have to take a trip to the nether at some point soon and get some more glowstone. So we've got 2 lamps. I'm going to take what's already cooked up, and we can use that to our advantage. I'm also going to need some regular cobble. I have some, and some of these to make up some actual levers. So we've got some levers there so that we can actually light these lamps. So we can head down here now. So I think we should start by finishing off the cactus section, which we've got right here. And I'm going to start, I want to do the ceiling first. Ceiling is always going to be the one to do first. Now as far as chests go, we are going to want that space above to maximize what room we do have. Oops. Oh, there's a torch there, that's why. So yeah, we kind of, I want this to remain like this, but so that I can still see the beam is what I'm trying to go for. So here now we want to kind of put the stone bricks, and then again at the back here we want to put more. And obviously this side is going to be important too. There we are. Let's put you here, you and you, and you, and you, and I'm going to put you there. So what are we looking like now? We need these 2, those. I'm trying to take whatever cobble I can get because I'm going to need it. So let's tear this particular section out. There we are. So that's kind of where everything needs to be stored, I guess. So now we want to kind of do this. I think I'm going to go with the wooden floor theme though. Like in the other farm, because I kind of like that look. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so here would be where the middle is. I have plenty of coal and I can get plenty more of it, so let's take that out. Now how are we looking if I take all the lights out here? That should be plenty bright enough, I would have thought. I'm going to start putting those in there. What light level are we at? 12s, 11s, 10s. It goes down to 8 there, but there's going to be chests. So yeah, that's kind of what we needed. So now let's actually make the chests. And how many chests are we going to need? We're going to need 12 chests. So that gives me 3. Let's make a full stack of planks, and that's going to give me 8. which should give me a total of 11, and then we just need one more. There we are. 12 chests. Oops. There we go. Oops. Did not replace these when I did mean to, so let's put those there. Did I replace them this side? No. Of course not. Oops, don't want a lamp there. Let's put you there, and then actually grab the remaining 6 chests, and then we can do that. Perfect. So we now have a storage room for all the cactus that can be used. So now I guess it's going to be a case of getting the cactus, and I actually tested this farm several times, and it turns out that this farm produces just enough cactus to make 1 stack when it's fully harvested, so it's kind of a nice round number, isn't it? I did not intend on doing that in the design, but it's just come out as a helpful addition there. So there we are, we've got our cactus now. So all that's left to do really in here now is kind of add the door, which we can make. Let's make the door. And I want this stone brick. I don't know why I still have that silk touch pick up my bar. Now yeah, you can walk in, so that's good. Although, do I want to make that just regular smooth stone? Because that kind of lines up with the rest of the room, so I'll have to figure that one out. I may put a step or a full block or something there at a later time to really work that out. So this is the cactus storage room, which is going to be serving its purpose for that. In here, in terms of lighting, we're stuck to a degree. I was gonna put stone bricks in the ceiling here to give me 3 double chests each side again, so the lamp is actually going to sit on this row, so we kind of want the lamp to be right there, don't we? And I need my lever, and hopefully if I take down all the various torch instruments in here, oh yeah, it's plenty bright enough. Plus we're going to have a bit of light from this lamp too, so that's always a plus. So all we need now in here is just to finish the actual interior off, and then we're done with the 2 storage rooms. Quite a short episode, I guess, but it kind of resolves these long-standing problems. I'm going to take those out of there, and those. I'm going to drop off the jungle sapling and the cocoa beans in my plants chest for right now, because I won't be doing that farm anytime soon. It's quite a low priority build. So where's my plant-based stuff? Cocoa beans, jungle sapling. So now let's collect the remainder of our smooth stone, which is going to give me 64 and 12, which is going to give me a stack of stone bricks and then 12 more. Perfect. So let's wrap up these rooms, and then we'll probably call it an episode, because I've kind of rambled on a lot today. I think we'll be getting on for a good sized recording, which is always great news. Let me see. Well, this room is kind of finished. I want to get the chests in this other room first before we work on the finer details. So what do we like in here? Well, the first thing I guess we need to do is the roof, and kind of get that somewhat finished off. Except for back there. We don't want it back there. We want our other higher roof to be back there. So we want to separate this using stone bricks. Now we want to put stone bricks in there and there. Let's get them in the back. Like so. That looks very nice. These are going to be sat on wood apparently, unlike the stone bricks of the other room. I may change that out and make it wood, similar to how we have in here. That's just a very minor change. It'll help me save some stone bricks, I guess, because I have way more wood than I do stone bricks, that's for sure. So let me see. We have those going in there, so now we need another 12 chests. So that's a full stack of wooden planks, and then I think a half a stack should give me the appropriate amount. So that gives me the 8. Oh, I already had one. So we only need 3. That'll do as extra wood. So put these here. One thing I didn't think about is... well, I guess I could just put a sign on it, I suppose, instead of an item frame. It's not a huge problem. I was just a bit concerned that I'd not got picture frames for the appropriate chest. Or I could even just equally put them on the chest itself. It's not a huge problem worth worrying about at this point. So we can now finish this bit off. Reclaim you. And you. And I think this room we may just probably have enough to finish it. You know what, I'm going to save on a block and I'm going to stick some gravel back there because we're not going to see that. We're going to have 10 left. Now we've just got to tear this out. Did not think about that. Can you do that? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Oh, that's cool. And the other one's still there? Yeah. So this room's actually completely finished. This room doesn't need any more to it. I'm going to make a door. Let's put the door on here. Lovely. So this room is now totally finished. Other than maybe a sign to tell me which is in which chest, but that's a trivial aspect of it, really. So all we've got left to do now is wrap this room up, which is pretty small in the grand scheme of things to actually wrap up. I just need to kind of fill in this wall and then put the floor in. In fact, I'm going to make this floor wood, just like the other ones. We get these stone bricks back, and we can actually make this floor wood and make it match the other room and also save on a couple of stone bricks. There we go. And we can put some more gravel in there. Done with those now. So now let's get my remaining wood out. Put this in here. There we go. So now all that's left is I need to replace that at some point. We have 8 stone bricks left. Ah. Okay. Interesting. So we want smooth stone there up to this point. So everything else really is just smooth stone in this room, apart from the ceiling, which is not too bad. Going to need a little bit more for the ceiling. I'm going to need 3 more stone bricks for the ceiling. But we'll just finish that as and when. It's not a huge priority. The priority was to actually get these rooms built, and we've actually done that. So just finalising the final little details, such as adding signs and item frames and the rest of it, is such a minor little detail, it doesn't really matter that much. I'll fix that off camera, probably before the world download goes live. So that's going to be just about it from me today, guys. Wheat farm hasn't totally grown yet. So that's going to be everything from me today. I hope that you enjoyed my little storage room story, and I hope that you've enjoyed today's episode, and you've found the builds that we did today, even though they were minor, quite fun. And I hope to see you in the next episode, when we're going to be taking on a slightly bigger project and getting the carrots and the potatoes actually down here into the underground section. And I've still got to kind of plot out in my own mind where they're going to go, but I have a rough idea of where they're going to go. They're going to be somewhere in this direction. And I want to kind of make the pig farm right here for some reason, just to kind of make it generally next to where the cow farm is. We do have all this room here, so maybe I'll build it somewhere off in this particular direction. one priority that we're going to have to do is kind of fix up all of this stuff with the corridors and that. We still need to tidy that up. That's all in a mess. But I think that's going to be it from me today, guys. Until next time, see you later, and have a good day.